So you rightly mentioned the three entities involved is the consumer, the importer, and the exporter.
Right.
Right now, bulk of the hit is being taken by the importer and
Right.
exporter, leaving the consumers largely unscathed.
Right.
This could change, right? This could change. At the end of the day, America is a capitalist country. At some stage, the importers will pass it on. And
Yeah.
worse, the exporters might find other markets which
Yeah.
are more attractive.
That's true. I think the first thing, right? The consumer might get hit quite hard. That is the worry that I think most of us have going into next year. The worry is fair. I mean, to be very honest, I mean, if you look at the situation of consumer in the US, they are healthy, but they're not in a situation to splurge money, right? In different categories. That's what I have seen. There are very few categories who are actually doing pretty well. But broadly, if you look at the consumer market, I mean, if you can just take out the online part of it and you take out the some luxury spending, etc. Broadly, the market hasn't actually done anything, right? So
In
our
fact, the
base,
reported data for the first half of this year, considering December 2024 as the base, says that inflation adjusted consumption expenditure growth is zero.
actually, yes, inflation, yeah, that's absolutely true. So it's a very selective way of spending. So people are kind of spending on lifestyle or experiences, but they're not really spending on certain other things that they used to do, right? So again, so very targeted kind of spending that has happened, and that is because of this worry that inflation is going up. If you think about last 2 3 years, house prices are going to the roof. Yeah, and so that is what made people worry, which is actually good to some extent. So they are not, unlike the 2004-5 that time frame, they are now much more, conservative in terms of their spending habits, especially in the middle and upper middle class, that segment of the society, right? So again, as you said, that the mix might change, and I think the consumers are kind of positioning for that. So what it is doing in turn is it is actually creating a very solid base, in my view, that you are kind of making a part of your savings or in different forms, right? You're not taking additional risk that might burden you going forward. But at the same time, if we get into a situation where the inflation is controlled by say next year, say around 2.5%, what the market is expecting, and there is not too much of job losses. The job creation keeps on going at a pace, what we're saying now, and the tariff uncertainty is removed, right? So the conglomerates or the companies that are actually pausing some bit of hiring, right? So they come back to the normal pace. Then you might see a bit of rebound in real consumer spending. As you said, the real consumer spending hasn't been there actually, so that might come up.